The High Tide on the Coast of Lincolnshire by William Ingelow, read by phone. 1571. The old mare climbed the belfry tower, the ringers ran by two, by three. Pull, if ye never pulled before, good ringers, pull your best, quoth he. Play up, O Boston bells, fly all your changes, all your swells, play up the brides of Enderby. Men say it was a stolen tide, the Lord that sent it, he knows all, but in mine ears doth still abide the message that the bells let fall. And there was naught of strange beside the flight of mews and peewits pied by millions crouched on the old sea wall. I sat and spun within the door, my thread brake off, I raised mine eyes. The level sun, like ruddy ore, lay sinking in the barren skies. And dark against day's golden death, she moved where Lindis wandereth, my son's fair wife Elizabeth. Cusha, 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 calling, ere the early dews were falling, far away I heard her song, Cusha, Cusha, all along. Where the reedy Lindis floweth, 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 from the meads where millet groweth, faintly came her milking song. Cusha, 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 calling, for the dews will soon be falling. Leave your meadow grasses mellow, mellow, mellow. Quit your cowslips yellow, come up Whitefoot, come up Lightfoot. Quit the stalks of parsley hollow, hollow, hollow. Come up Jetty, rise and follow, from the clovers lift your head. Come up Whitefoot, come up Lightfoot. Come up Jetty, rise and follow, Jetty to the milking shed. If it be long, aye, long ago, when I begin to think how long, again I hear the Lindis flow, swift as an arrow, sharp and strong. And all the air, it seemeth me, been full of floating bells, saith she, that ring the tune of Enderby. All fresh the level pasture lay, and not a shadow mote be seen, save where full 5 good miles away the steeple towered from out the green, and lo, the great bell far and wide was heard in all the countryside that Saturday at eventide. The swanherds where their sedges are moved on in sunset's golden breath. The shepherd lads I heard afar, and my son's wife Elizabeth, till floating o'er the grassy sea came down that kindly message free, the brides of Mewis Enderby. Then some looked up into the sky, and all along where Lindis flows, to where the goodly vessels lie, and where the lordly steeple shows. They said, and why should this thing be, what danger lowers by land or sea? They ring the tune of Enderby. For evil news of Mablethorpe, of pirate galleys warping down, for ships ashore beyond the Scorp, they have not spared to wake the town. But while the west bin red the sea, and storms be none and pirates flee, why ring the brides of Enderby? I looked without, and lo, my son came riding down with might and main. He raised a shout as he drew on, till all the welkin rang again. Elizabeth, Elizabeth! A sweeter woman ne'er drew breath than my son's wife, Elizabeth. The old sea wall, he cried, is down. The rising tide comes on apace, and boats adrift in yonder town go sailing up the market-place. He shook as one that looks on death. God save you, mother, straight he saith. Where is my wife, Elizabeth? Good son, where Lindis winds away, with her 2 bairns I marked her long, and ere yon bells began to play, afar I heard her milking song. He looked across the grassy sea, to right, to left, Ho Enderby! They rang the brides of Enderby. With that he cried and beat his breast, for lo, along the river's bed, a mighty eygre reared his crest, and up the Lindis raging sped. It swept with thunderous noises loud, shaped like a curling snow-white cloud, or like a demon in a shroud. And rearing Lindis backward pressed, shook all her trembling banks amain, then madly as the eygre's breath, flung up her weltering walls again. Then banks came down with ruin and rout, then beaten foam flew round about, then all the mighty floods were out. So far, so fast the eager drave, the heart had hardly time to beat, before a shallow seething wave sobbed in the grasses at our feet. The feet had hardly time to flee, before it brake against the knee, and all the world was in the sea. Upon the roof we sat that night, the noise of bells went sweeping by. I marked the lofty beacon light, stream from the church tower, red and high. A lurid mark and dread to see, and awesome bells they were to me, that in the dark rang Enderby. They rang the sailor lads to guide, from roof to roof, who fearless rode, and I, my son, was at my side, and yet the ruddy beacon glowed. And yet he moaned beneath his breath, "O come in life, or come in death, O lost, my love Elizabeth." And didst thou visit him no more? Thou didst, my daughter dear. The waters laid thee at his door, ere yet the early dawn was clear. Thy pretty bairns in fast embrace, the lifted sun shone on thy face, down drifted to thy dwelling place. That flow strewed wrecks about the grass, that ebb swept out the flocks to sea, a fatal ebb and flow, alas, to many more than mine and me. But each will mourn his own, she saith, and sweeter woman ne'er drew breath than my son's wife, Elizabeth. I shall never hear her more by the reedy Lindis shore, Cusha, 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 calling, ere the early dews be falling. I shall never hear her song, Cusha, cusha, all along, where the sunny Lindis floweth, goeth, floweth, from the meads where melick groweth, where the water winding down, onward floweth to the town. I shall never see her more, where the reeds and rushes quiver, shiver, quiver, stand beside the sobbing river, sobbing, throbbing in its falling, to the sandy lonesome shore. I shall never hear her calling, "Leave your meadow grasses mellow, mellow, mellow. Quit your cowslips yellow. Come up Whitefoot, come up Lightfoot. Quit your pipes of parsley hollow, hollow, hollow. Come up Lightfoot, rise and follow, Lightfoot, Whitefoot. From your clovers lift the head, come up Jetty, follow, follow. Jetty to the milking shed." End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.